December the 25th is coming to town, climbing through the chimneys up and down. Sleighs full of presents, what a sight. Rudolph keep on flying through the night, and Mr. Santa's doing a rock and roll. Come on and listen to the Christmas call. The rock music you will hear fills you out with Christmas cheer. With rockin' Christmas this year.
Welcome to day 3 of VLOGMAS, where I am going to walk you through just a general overview of our Florida trip. So we started off and we flew into Tampa, and I'm not gonna lie, this is the first time flying with Margot. Some people would say that 11 weeks is too young, but I would say, and honestly most moms that have been moms for a while would tell you, cherish flying with a newborn because they are so chill. They're not wiggly. They will probably sleep through the flight, and all of those things are pretty much true. I was a literal baby angel the whole entire time, and so I'm so grateful. She just slept, and obviously she's in a new place with new people. There's lots of dings and, people over the intercoms and things like that. So I feel like it was just like a really big day for her traveling wise, but we kind of just hit the ground running as soon as we got to Tampa. We went to the mall and we hung out at the house, and then we went to dinner later with my mom. That just kind of conked Margot out, if I'm perfectly honest with you, but she slept for the first time in a non-bassinet playpen thing, and she did so well. So I feel like this whole entire trip was such an adjustment for us, just learning how to think of another person, a whole person while traveling who's not able to really think for themselves. So that was very, very new. And Margot also got to meet her cousins, which was really sweet, my sister's kids. And they're just a step older, so it was really sweet just watching them with her. And then the next day we were driven by my mom to Orlando, and so it was just Fraz and I for the next 3 days. And so we have Disney passes, and so we were able to stay at the Swan and Dolphin. Thank you to credit card points. Love going to Disney so much because I will beat this drum until I die that Disney is constantly changing things. They're innovating. There's always new festivals and parades and shows and rides and parts of the theme park that they're constantly working on and upgrading. So I feel like there's always something new to explore compared to other theme parks where it's just you have to wait years and years and years, and then boom, there's a bunch to explore, and then years and years and years, and then boom, there's a bunch to explore. I know that's not necessarily the truth, but that's just at least how it feels to me. Anyways, and so we got to do the Food and Wine Festival, which I'm super pumped about because we almost missed it. We almost missed the cutoff because it's from September to November. Happy that we got to go. The food, I always enjoy it so much because it's so specifically unique to that specific country when you're in the World Showcase. So I just love seeing the country show off, you know what I mean? And so it's always fun. We always come with a list, we come prepared, and we eat truly to our heart's content. The booths open up at 11 and they close whenever the park closes pretty much, or maybe around 9. And so we pretty much eat all day from 11 to 9. At least that's how it feels. I know we take breaks in between, but again, we were able to stay at the Swan and Dolphin, and I loved it. I feel like it has all of the deluxe resort perks with being really close to the parks and the Skyliners, but it wasn't actually the prices of deluxe resorts, which was, really nice. The next day was so go. We started off at Magic Kingdom, and again, we just ate good. This trip was about me and Fraz connecting as a couple, just continuing to grow our bond as husband and wife, and also eating, and also going to Epic Universe, and also obviously seeing family. But this specifically in Orlando is what I'm talking about. But I just absolutely loved every single thing that we ate. There was not one thing where I was oh, I don't want that again. Delicious. Anyways, for day 2 in Orlando, we did our favorite rides at Magic Kingdom, and then we bopped on over to Hollywood Studios. And I just love when the parks are all decorated for Christmas. It makes me feel like so nostalgic. We unfortunately, I think, got stuck on Rise of the Resistance. Like, we didn't get to enter the ride, so we got some extra like passes to cut some lines, so we had to take advantage of that. And then after we were done riding all of like our big favorite rides at Hollywood Studios, we had a friend recommend a tour. I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm gonna butcher it, but it's like Tutorial Al Forno. I have no idea. I sound very white when I say it. I'm so sorry. But, and she said that it was like the best steak of her life. And so we tried it, and it was probably the 3rd best steak. It was very delicious, but I personally really loved the other things more. But the one thing I actually loved was this gnocchi, like Alfredo-ish dish. I'm not joking. It was so good. It's my favorite thing. Maybe we had the whole entire trip. After we finished dinner, we popped on over to our hotel at Epic Universe. It was called Helios. And Helios, let me tell you, I did not understand the concept of a hotel literally being inside of a theme park. But when I tell you, there was and did the metal detector in basically the lobby of the hotel, walked down a pathway, and we had already stepped foot into Epic Universe. It was crazy. And so we just had the absolute best time. I'm not gonna lie, we're used to taking a nap in the middle of the day, and I definitely felt that. We're big nappers. We're used to napping. But it honestly was so worth it not napping, because I feel like we literally got to ride every single ride. Unfortunately for us, the quote best ride in the park, unquote, is called Monsters Unchained. And unfortunately, it was a planned shutdown all day due to maintenance. And that just made me really sad. So that just means we have to go back. So no big deal. I feel like the Mario rides in the Mario world, to me, were probably the most impressive. Maybe the Harry Potter one was, but I feel like the Mario rides were so innovative and interactive. It was just phenomenal. I think maybe I would think the Harry Potter world was maybe a little more, but they only had one ride. You know how it goes. The food at Epic Universe absolutely exceeded all of my expectations. Respectfully, if you've been to Universal Studios and or Islands of Adventure, you would know that the food, it is not that good. It is not good unless they've upgraded it the last time I have gone. This food was out of this world, genuinely. And the cool thing about the park, there's kind of like a mid section, and then there's little worlds broken off into them. So the park itself does not feel very big, even though it actually is huge. It doesn't feel big. All of the worlds are siloed, and you have to go through a portal basically to see the world. And so it feels very small because you don't see the grandeur. But as soon as you step foot into the world, it's like you're transported there, which I think was the goal. I really, really loved that. And I loved the middle hub. It was awesome. And I would have to say, going back to the food, the best food at the park was definitely, there were butterbeer flavored crepes at this French cafe. Delicious. Speaking of favorites, my favorite ride, this may be a hot take, and because you know what, most people wait 4 hours for the Harry Potter ride, and then when they ride it, they're disappointed because they've been waiting 4 hours for it, and then they're like, man, that wasn't worth it. Of course, a 2-minute ride is not going to be worth it, okay? Duh. However, Fraz and I did the single rider line, and we not only met the most lovely British couple who basically were like, hey, if you're ever in south of London, you are more than welcome to come and stay with us. I'm obsessed with them, and they're obsessed with us. We talked childhood and families and dysfunction and fun and having kids and what that's like. And I mean, just if you can think about it, we talked about it. We were in line for I think an hour and 45 minutes. And I will tell you that it was worth it. The hour and 45-minute wait was absolutely worth it. And I loved the Harry Potter ride. So any kind of slander on the Ministry of Magic ride at Epic Universe will not be tolerated in this corner of the internet. No, it will not be. One sneaky thing that I absolutely loved was the dark world. I think that's what it's called. But I think I just love that like gothic aesthetic. I don't think I would decorate my home because it would be too scary. But the gothic aesthetic at night, the fog, like it just really came alive at night, and it just made me appreciate all of the tiny little details. Like I decided officially that if I were to ever have another job or, go in a different career path, if you will, or maybe I had to do it all over again, I would love and absolutely crush being the aesthetic person that like when you enter a world or like a queue of a ride and it's like all themed, I would be phenomenal at that. And so that is officially, if anyone is hiring, like just let me know. I'm joking. There's just like little details that I notice that probably other people don't, that I could just write books on. But I would genuinely say at the end of the day, the Mario world was so immersive. It was so thoroughly done, from children all the way to adults like us that played Mario Party and like all the different Mario games. We're absolutely like, we're loving it. Like it was awesome. A little overstimulating at times, but definitely worth being overstimulated for, because it was that amazing. Here's the thing. All in all, I am so happy that Fraz and I took this time to just take for us, to explore, to have good food, to have fun. And I'm so grateful to my mom. Like, shout out Sheila, because she watched Margot. She made sure she was fed. She cuddled her, soothed her when she cried. Like, she was the ultimate Nana. You know what I mean? So I am so grateful that I just have people in my life that I can trust my newborn with, and that I did not think, I thought twice, obviously, about my child, but I didn't have to think twice about leaving Margot with her. My mom, one thing about her is that she loved being a mom, and so I love the fact that she gets to love and watch my child. It just truly makes me like emotional thinking about it, is that she just loves being a mom and she loves being a Nana. She's Nana. That's her like grandma name. All in all, I loved this trip. I know Fraz loved this trip. Yes, it was full, and no, I would not necessarily call it a vacation, because to me, vacations are like relaxing, and this was a very go, 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 go trip. And if you are wondering if you are able to make it through with a newborn, yes, you can. I promise. You can do anything, and I am here to encourage you and to tell you you can do it. You are able to do anything, obviously with the doctors okay, like make sure everything's good on that end. Thank you so much for watching Vlogmas day, what is this, 3? And I will see you tomorrow.